For Kale Kofta or Kale Dumplings in curry sauce, these are the following ingredients you're going to need. For garnish, 10 red pickled onions, coriander cress. For making kofta, 300 grams kale blanched, 100 grams paneer grated, 1 large potato boiled and grated, 1 medium onion chopped, 2 tablespoons fine chopped ginger, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon mango powder or chaat masala, 1 teaspoon toasted cumin seeds powdered, half a teaspoon crushed red chili, 100 gram besan or gram flour, salt to taste, 50 to 70 ml of water to make paste or batter, vegetable oil to deep fry koftas. For curry sauce, 500 grams of yogurt, 50 gram besan or gram flour, 500 ml water, half a teaspoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon chaat masala. For tadka or seasoning of the sauce, 3 tablespoon mustard oil, 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, about 20 curry leaves, 1 dried red chili and 1 green chili slit open. Well, let's get on with kale. The kale goes into the boiling water. And make sure a pinch of salt goes in there as well. Now, kale is also a very hardy veggie, okay? It takes long time to break the tissue of kale. So it cooks very quickly. I want to keep the color and stop the water. I can take it straight into the icy cold water to stop the cooking, but as I said, it's a very hardy veg. I can let it cook on because I have to fry it again also, so it doesn't matter. It's in the batter. There we go. Let's not waste anything. Right, so let's get making koftas or pakoras. So I'll start with about 3 tablespoons of paneer which has been grated and 3 tablespoons of boiled potatoes. And what I did with this kale, I squeezed the water out and chopped them, okay? So it's nicely chopped up into small chunks. Now let's start with salt first. Salt to taste, as I always say, okay? And I'll add coriander powder, about a teaspoon would be enough. And I'm making for 4 people in this one, so remember that. So I'll get about 8 koftas out of this. Chili powder, I like to say to taste. Chaat masala, get some bit of tang. Cumin, toasted cumin. It's already been toasted and cooked, which is fantastic. And I will be adding about half a small onion chopped. And that's it, and some chilies. Green chilies, again, this is personal, I would say. And chopped ginger, about a tablespoon of chopped ginger. That's all done. And to that, I'll be mixing about a tablespoon and a half of gram flour. So what I do, instead of making just fritters, we'll make lovely koftas. I'm using this tray to keep it, and I'll get about 8 out of this. The koftas have been shaped. I would have to deep fry them, but before that I must make the sauce because sauce takes a long time to simmer before it gets cooked. So let's start with chickpea flour. I'll take about 2 heap full of tablespoons of chickpea flour, which is besan, and about 4 to 6 tablespoons of natural set yogurt. And if the yogurt is slightly old and sour, a lot better because it gives much more tarty taste. That's what you require. Red chili, you need yellow color and also the flavor. So you need 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Red chili was just about half a teaspoon, as I say, to taste. Coriander, I would use about 2 teaspoons of coriander, very gentle flavor, works really well. Cumin as well, okay? I might be a little over the top on this one, but trust me, this works really well. You could work with simple basic flavors as well in this, but this one, if you can do it with good spices, the curry becomes a lot better. So as I said, I use about 1 to 10 proportion. So I had about 3 2 tablespoons of chickpea flour. So just to match that, I'll have about 800 ml of water, because there was about 250 or 200 grams of yogurt as well. That goes in straight. Right, this one goes to a complete boil, a real vigorous boil. As it comes to boil, I'll lower the heat and simmer it. It'll take good 40 to 50 minutes, and then I'll gently simmer it till it finishes. Now, the koftas have been shaped nicely, the way I like it, and Yogi very kindly has rolled it in a little bit of breadcrumb as well. You can do that too. It wasn't in the recipe, but he added on. Clever boy. And I'll just drop koftas one by one. And you just want to fry it till it's light golden in color, and then take it out. So I'm just moving the koftas around in the pan so I get uniform heat for it. The mixture is already cooked. I don't need to overcook it or anything. It's not going to get overcooked anyway. It's vegetable. But it just needs to get nice crisp crust on outside. So here we go. So my technique did work. There you go. Dipped it in chickpea flour and fried it quickly, so it comes back nice and crusty. So it's a kind of pakora cum kofta, so to speak. So they are ready. All I'm going to do is swap the pan quickly and bring my saute pan in which I'm going to make the tadka. And for tadka, because there is so much chickpea and I'm going to use curry leaf, mustard oil would be fantastic to flavor the curry with. So once the pan is a little hot, about 1.5 tablespoons of oil you would need for this. Right, here we go. Mustard seeds and cumin. They start crackling almost immediately. 1 or 2 chilies, and let it really crackle. We need them to crackle. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Now lower the heat now. Add curry leaves. Add the green chilies as well. And I'm done with this. And I'll add it straight into the curry. Now this curry is suddenly looking alive. Looks like it has got so much punch of flavors. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a couple of koftas in the sauce, actually 4, and I'll hold on to 4, just in case they break, and leave them there at very low temperature simmering. The idea is to just leave them like that, so they soak in the sauce inside, and they become nice, flavorful, juicy koftas to go with the sauce. Right, I'm ready to serve. So I'll just switch off the heat first before we go anywhere else. Now, I'm serving it with plain rice, and that does work very well according to me. If I'm having my curry kofta or curry pakora, I like it with rice. But you know, taste can vary, so I'll just put that in there first. And if you're pre-plating it the way I'm doing it, in a very chefy way, I would serve at least 3 koftas per person, okay? So please stick to that. I think that's a good portion in my opinion. For greedy people like me, they should have 4 koftas. So this plate is for me and Dan. I would have to share it with him, believe it or not. So I'll put 4. Oh, it's hot, but it's flavorful. And I'll put the sauce all around. And then I'll lift the cup up. Hopefully my rice stays, and it does. Perfecto. Now, I have some pickled onions, which you can buy it from the shop, but you can throw in a little bit of beetroot, chopped beetroot or just diced beetroot, which gives onions red color. So you can just throw them here and there to get nice color breaker, and it also tastes nice. And then a little bit of cress. You can just use coriander sprigs to garnish. So this was easy recipe in my opinion. you guys already make this. I've just inspired you to make it slightly different. I think you will take a lot from this. So this is how I made my curry kofta. So I started making first the koftas or the dumplings. For that, I used a medium boiled potato and about 3 tablespoons of grated paneer. And to that, I added about 200 grams of blanched kale. And in terms of spices, I added coriander powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of coriander powder, and also I added some chaat masala and some chopped chilies and ginger, and mixed it all together and then deep fried it and kept them aside till I was ready with the curry sauce. And for the curry sauce, I started with 2 tablespoons of besan, and then I added about 4 tablespoons of yogurt and plenty of water. I would say about 800 ml to a liter of water. And then the spices were turmeric powder, coriander powder, red chili powder, all in about 1 teaspoon each. And of course, a little bit of chaat masala and a pinch of salt, and toasted cumin seeds as well I added. I whisked them all together and brought them to boil till the sauce was really thick. For seasoning, I used about 2 tablespoons of mustard oil, and to that I added mustard seeds and cumin seeds, red chili, and then green chili as well I added, and then I threw in some curry leaves. And as the spices started spluttering out, I poured that straight into the curry sauce and brought it to a good simmer. And then I also lowered the koftas in there, and I left it there for a good 5-7 minutes before I served. And then I served it on a plate, 4 koftas to a portion for a greedy person like me, a good bowl of rice, and I garnished it with some pickled onions and cress. Hope you'll enjoy this recipe.